Made that much harder than necessary, but it still worked. I'm ready for the haste event. My body is ready for 8.5k. Haste event. Is that what it's called? Just pretend you're trying to dislodge a grape that's stuck in your throat. Like that? Do I still pronounce it like your regular name, but with a grape dislodge? 5 times experience, baby. Oh, that sounds pretty nice. When does that go live? Sounds pretty neat. Oh yeah. Whew, I probably trolled a bit. Do I even have any? Okay, we have 3. Let's get more. Before I troll myself to death. I'll be a little sad. Once I hit 8k, pushing the Boston Mules to 220. Oh, that sounds pretty nice. Sounds like a nice idea. What time is it? Okay, we got 30-ish minutes. Oh, you know what I mean. I'm still trying to figure out what I know. When you want 13 billion a week? 13 billion a week? Sounds like a dream. I think it's higher up. Also, Markerman, did you have a great weekend? I didn't even ask you that. Alright, I think we're good. I think we're good. Forget I have to manually buff myself up. Alright, dude. You reverse my controls. That's nice of you, I guess. Are we blue? Yeah, we're blue. My bind is not ready. I'm sad. He's about to change his hat. Oh, this works. I'm gonna regret this. I'm already regretting it. Slightly healing him. I should have just waited for my bind. Alright, we broke our hat off. Oh, my hat changed? That sucks. Oh, we healed him back. That's unfortunate. Blue, alright. We'll take this. Still reasonable. Crap. I accidentally burst it too much again. Hate when that happens, yeah? That's okay. mistake. Is this some blue? Alright, we'll wait. Keep summoning both. That's nice too, I guess. Should I just take to death and just bind him? That was so annoying. Oh, I made that more annoying than necessary. You guys ready for the build around Ben Simmons? You know, the Nets are actually pretty solid right now. That's the weird thing about them. Like, if they blow it up right now, it's kind of really stupid. Like, it doesn't make sense to blow it up, in my opinion. They have a pretty solid squad. All they have to do is wait for KD to come back. They're like, oh, let's blow it up. You're like, ugh. Ugh. Let's just buy more freezers just in case something stupid happens again. Dinwiddie gonna ball out? How's his defense? I always get like shoved down my throat that Kyrie can't play as a lick at defense. Everybody in the NBA can play defense. Just comes down to like some who are like high offensive output. Not many have the pedigree surrounded about them. Like, oh, this guy is known for defense. Like, they started with defense and then they added offense to their pedigree. Now they're like, oh, they're the best two-way player at X, Y, and Z. That's like, technically everybody plays defense. It's just a bit overstated as like Isaiah Thomas says hello. Just waiting for a deal for LeVert. Do you think the Knicks are getting LeVert, or are you just saying a deal in general for LeVert? Oh wow, you would teleport that. I get stunned. Yeah, I got stunned. On. Oh. Wow, we almost died there. Actually, never let it get to that phase. Trade KD for Jared Allen. Maplestory is an L game. Hey, Warlord, how are you doing today? You like it? Of course you like it. inventory is full. Make no mistake, KD still wants out. KD getting out whether everybody knows it or not. He's getting out regardless. Probably wait for all our binds, huh? And definitely trying to figure out a way to make it happen. So if KD gets out, do you think he's going to like overloaded team? Or do you think he's going to reminds me of the trade that Harden made? That's fair. Wasn't it like 2 years ago? The Harden forcing his way out is kind of like still kind of weird to me, in my opinion. He's like, you did that just to get traded again. You wanted to be with your boy just to get traded again. I don't know how I feel about this. Oh, I forgot my buffs. Oh man, I gotta get in the mindset like, oh yeah, this kind of does matter, huh? I'm not a huge James Harden fan, if you haven't noticed, though, so it makes even more sense for my dislike for Harden. People forget. Nets were bleep slapping the Bucks, but before Kyrie went down. Yeah, I don't forget that. That's why I'm just like, when James Harden asked for what he did, I was just like, what are you doing? About 2 years, Harden forced himself out. KD asked for a trade. I'll probably wait for my bind to come back. We'll just fight on Cygnus. Or we could do Pink Bean, one of the two. It's incredible. Certainly something. Oh wow, we got caught in a tornado right off the bat, huh? Harden forced him out. KD asked for a trade, and Kyrie forced himself. I can't tell if it's like the Nets organization fumbling it or the volatility of the Kyrie and KD. I can't tell. I really can't tell. Which is it? KD and Kyrie only play 74 games together in 3.5 years. I know. Injuries is technically a huge part of that, though, if we're being honest, though. Not even a full season. I think we're good. We got 2 minutes of boss damage. We'll bind him right off the bat, then. I can't move. Oh my god. Could not move for a bit. Wow, we almost died right there. Alright, head to Pink Bean. So unreliable. Even if he doesn't disappear, he'll probably just get hurt. So, if you... Okay, let's break it down like this. With James Harden playing the way he is now, but knowing James Harden's, like, history, what happens when the playoffs hit, would you rather have James Harden on your team or Kyrie Irving? Super random thought. Super random, I know. Kyrie 100? Yeah. As much as we're saying about Kyrie, we'll still take him over James Harden. We know that history of James Harden. It's like really hard to ignore, man. But like, Kyrie still like helped bring LeBron to the promised land too. So it's like, I don't know, man. I can't tell what you're doing. Oh, you're on top of me. I don't think that's a black mark. I mean, it's a black mark, but it's not a... I don't think you could get a chaos pink black mark, though. People always bring up the green suspension in 2016. Yeah, I'm one of those people, Ali. You know I'm one of those people. Because it was the perfect storm of the Cavs had to have some luck to go their way. If Kyrie doesn't go down in 2015, no way the Warriors. So the thing about with Kyrie, so I would definitely be more on your side if Kevin Love and Kyrie were both healthy. But if it was Kyrie and LeBron wouldn't have played the way he did, where he was so ball dominant that he was putting up video game numbers, but still missing. He wasn't efficient with the stats he was putting up, even though they looked pretty monstrous. So that's one thing I put a caveat. If Kevin Love was there, I think it would be a totally different series, and I think the Cavs would be more favored to win, like outright. That's what I honestly believe, with no bias included. Kyrie's injury prone, but Green's, yeah, exactly. That's the tough part. Like, Green's was legit, like, it felt borderline scripted. It felt borderline scripted. Plus, Green being suspended probably led to Bogut. Yes. And not just Bogut, too, but Andre Iguodala had back spasms. Everybody forgets that. Like, that makes a big deal. That makes a massive deal. Bogut had his freak injury in the amount of time he did. And then Andre Iguodala also had back spasms that same. Yeah. It's like a lot went. And like, even though Steph put up some solid numbers here and there, he was still not the same since coming back from his MCL sprain in the middle of the Blazers series. Like, he had some good games against the OKC Thunder, but he was still like not 100%. Like, yeah, you could say that about a lot of players. Oh, not everybody's 100% when they play in the playoffs. Yes, that's true. But having an injury that Steph had in the first round was like scary. Steph choked in game 7. I give you Green, Bogan, and Iguodala. Hey, man. You come back from a MCL sprain. And you go to back-to-back game 7s. I don't know, man. There's only so much your body can do. And hope that it doesn't give out. Oh, Harrison bound. I almost forgot he was on the team. I'm not going to lie. Barnes cost himself. Oh, man. Cleveland still barely won. That's like they barely won without Bogut even existing. And you're like, oh, okay, Bogut is not Kyrie. Bogut is not Kevin Love, but he still played a pivotal role. And Andre Iguodala being hampered with back spasms makes a deal too. $647. Oh my gosh, take your time, buddy. Did I miss that? I think I missed. It's the hardest we hit her. Like, I will not downplay the effort and willpower it took for the Cavs to do what they did. But when people make it seem like, oh yeah, the Warriors XYZ, I'm just like, a lot went against the Warriors for that to make that happen. LeBron was still the best player in the court, yeah. Do we have enough room? Alright, we're heading to Akachi. We have hello? Jason X, how's it going, my guy? It's great to see you. My man. I don't like that Shannon or Max was still trying to sell about GS crying to KD. Oh yeah, they're gonna run with that though. They're gonna run so hard with that. That's gonna be hard. That's exactly what Green did after they get. Oh man. Out of here, Ali. Who doesn't want KD? Well, before the finals. Only one who didn't really want KD was oh, wow. What you been up to, Jason X? Oh, I should have binded him right off the bat. We still can. God. I'll never forgive the KD Warrior team for ruining. Yeah, it was tough to watch. But so I wouldn't say they completely ruined it because some teams actually were literally like built to give the Warriors a run for their money, and I'll point to 2018 Houston Rockets for that one. I think we sit here. Nope, we don't sit there. Oh, don't do that. Oh man, it lasts for so long. I don't have my ignore damage. Oh wow, I almost lagged there. Bind is not ready for another minute. Alright, this should be GG. Yep. Only one death. My hate for CP3 knows no bounds. I feel like it's tough for that one because I dislike CP3 more on the Suns than when he was on the Houston Rockets, but I disliked James Harden a ton more back then. Like I am a certified James Harden hater through and through. I like despise his game. Like he gets a lot of credit for a style that's like not fun to watch. Oh, he's one of the greatest offensive talent to play this game. I'm just like, I like almost want to like throw up whenever I see things like that. Like no lie, that's literally me. I wonder how D'Antoni would be thought of had CP3 not gotten hurt. They won the series. Well, D'Antoni was like, the thing with D'Antoni is he was on multiple teams that are unlucky like that. We could look at we could easily look at the Houston Rockets. But literally him on the Suns was the epitome of that. I think we done all the stuff we needed to. Catchy da 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 da. Alright, so we could do our dailies. But we're gonna go into I think we're gonna just buy a ton of. Stephen A shouldn't have taken a stance that it was the weakest move. Oh, he wasn't alone though with that. Everybody was like regurgitating that. I was like, people were regurgitating it like there weren't super teams before the Warriors. It was just like really weird, the type of situation it was to be a part of whenever you watch the finals. See, I never felt like either were title teams, but he could have won with both. Yeah, that's the funny thing about it. All he had to do is make it out of the West. All he needed to do is make it out of the West, man. Copium. Can we buy? Should be able to buy 10. How much is 10? 10 would be 250. So we buy 20. And then buy the rest. What, 5? Probably 8. 7. 6. Oh, let's leave this area. Alright, that should be fine. Extreme growth. Yeah, we could get that to my arc. I like the Cavs team against the Rockets in the finals. That would have been really fun to watch. And I think the Cavs would still win. Because I think the Warriors had more people to throw against LeBron, and the Rockets didn't have anyone that was more versatile to throw against LeBron. Like, the Warriors had the ability to throw KD, Klay Thompson, Andre Iguodala, Draymond Green at LeBron, and a handful of like other role players intermingled with it. Houston Rockets had Trevor Ariza and PJ Tucker. Which is no slight against them, but that's just gonna wear on you, and you still have to worry about other weapons on the Cavs at that time. It's 2018 Cavs. I know you have to deal with George Hill Cavs, who misses 1 of 2 free throws in the game 1 with LeBron dropping 50 on the Warriors' head, and then you have to. It's not like that Cleveland team would have been overwhelmed by talent. Yeah, like literally the Cavs playing the way they did in game 1 was pretty close to how Iverson played against the Lakers, and a series of unfortunate events led to the Cavs losing their game 1, which would have been their Sixers 2000 type of game. So if we're being honest, I should have bought more of this, huh? Cool. $46,000. Trait boost. How much do we have here? Choose about to level up. Can we buy 11 more of these? No, we can't afford that. I wonder if we get chances to get more symbols in the next event. equipment. Not a bad team by any stretch. The Cavs did have a lot of talent on 2017 before Kyrie left. Yeah. Yeah. It's weird because people make it seem like the Cavs were really fluky and against the Warriors. I'm not the Warriors, but getting to the finals, they still had to like get through a lot of teams then too. It's kind of weird in that realm. I think our dailies are technically back. $26.50. Good God. It's just the Golden State gelled together better in both ends. Like even the Golden State big three were not superior to their big three in talent, like J.R. Smith, Strumpert, stuff like that. I love J.R. Smith. He could be very inconsistent, but when he was on, he was unconscious. He was basically unconscious, hitting the shots he hit on a consistent basis. It's like ridiculous. Ooh, we trolled. We missed out on a lot of damage against bosses, and that worked out pretty well then. I thought I was on the wrong Legion. Oh, I should actually, before I forget. Magic attack. %4 stats. I think he hit the two most important shots in that game 7, 2016. JR. About to shame you, Ali, for not knowing. No, I'm joking. $20 of these until the 16th. We could just put this in storage too. Give it to my other guys too. If it came down to it. Yeah, I might do that to be honest. We could do the daily here and still make room for. Yeah, we'll do that actually. That's fine. Probably use Rebirth Flame on my 0. Cavs were down 8. Looked like GS might start to blow open. Then they drain back-to-back threes. Tranquil. Oh yeah, before I forget, let's just actually accept this. Oh, that's only 100 coins? That's surprising. It'd be S. Double click this. This will be available till the 14th, so I gotta remember that. Alright, that's officially done. Probably definitely put this in there. I guess we'll look at the piercing. Surprised you only get 100 coins from that. We'll have this till March. So 11... 4 minutes until this procs. I think we could complete a couple things. Alright, let's go to Erdis. So, here's a tougher question. Who do you think is winning or going to the NBA Finals this year? I would say the Sixers, but then James Harden's on that team. I really just don't like him. Like they could make a dark horse run and make it to the finals. I just don't want James Harden to get the credit. And then the West is even tougher. I say if the Warriors, if the Lakers make it to the playoffs, I think they could still make the playoffs. Even if they don't make any changes, it's kind of down to health reason at this point for me, for the Lakers making, because they're still like literally hanging around. Like the difference between the 4th seed and where the Lakers are is like probably like 5 to 6 losses, wins or losses. Gonna go with Boston out of the East. I don't think Boston will pull it out. I think it'll be the Bucks have been playing this well and not at full strength, and Boston has been consistently at full strength. Like the Bucks were playing without Chris Middleton for half the season, and they're still like within striking distance. I don't know if Boston matches up well with the Sixers. Like you can't bank on Horford locking up Embiid. You just can't. It's a different story from like 4 or 5 years ago. Nobody can. Well, Giannis has a better chance of like playing like both sides and not locking him up, but like at least like mitigating. Like he's a mitigating function. But the thing with Sixers is like I don't have trust in their brain trust. Like I was talking to Street about this. I was like, I just don't know. Doc is such a weird conundrum in such many ways, because he just, when he has a team that seems pretty favored, to like make a run. He just finds a way to just mess it up. But then you're like, oh, why is it always the coach's fault? I was like, yeah, you're right, but he makes certain, or he leaves certain things up in the air where it seemed like he could have done a couple more things and it wouldn't have seemed like his fault. Versus what ended up being the case. Dog has been coasting on that one title for too long. Yeah, the worst part is everybody knows. It's like basically he's exposed himself for that. Some of the years it wasn't his fault. Like literally he can't do anything if Chris Paul and Blake Griffin get injured. But it's the weird things like the series against the Rockets where they're up 3-1. Or the series against the Thunder where they're up like 7 points with a minute to go left or something like that. Those are things he could definitely like mitigate. People were healthy in those forms. Against the Houston Rockets, Chris Paul was still out and they still went 3-1. So what changed that allowed for them to not win that series? Like honestly, all Duck had to do is just make it to the conference finals. I don't think he had to make it to the finals with the Clippers. He just had some random conundrum game, so you're just like, ew. Has been the Kyrie of coaches the last decade. The Kyrie of coaches. So like the weird thing about Docky, I say if he has a team that he's not expected to win with, he coaches out of his mind. He actually like the memes where he has like the LeBron expression from when he was on the Heatles against the Celtics down 3-2, and they make the meme of the Doc version of that. That's when Doc actually makes that expression. Oh, I gotta actually coach. Ba, ba, ba. I could probably use I could use the Black Flame on my pants and get something on top of the 6%. See if we get lucky there. Or hopefully we get a weapon. That would be nice too. That would be really nice. I'm gonna give it to the cape, but at some point we'll get a new cape. That's the tough part about investing in that. Could be the shoes. Could get percent stats with the shoes. One of the best years. Yeah, literally. I had the pleasure of watching Secret Basis and talking about when why the Magic sucked. why did Tracy McGrady's prime get wasted? Was the basically what it said. And half the reason was Grant Hill just getting injured. All he needed was like a co-star that was like competent. Angry Masquerade Citizens. I think you're over here, yeah. The worst thing about that, he almost only people who like do in-depth research in that realm and don't headcanon with the stats will like or like watch the documentaries or see YouTubers who took the time to put in that effort will understand the depth Doc's talent ability as a coach. Okay, we're still good here. I think we're good. Oh yeah. Summon you. He absolutely could have been the best player on a title team. People were saying like if Tracy McGrady was on the Lakers, would he been just as successful as Kobe was with the Lakers? And I'm under the impression no, mainly because of the quotes that Tracy McGrady threw out. Like, and it was something I had an inkling about. Like, Tracy McGrady was like a ridiculous genius-esque type of talent, but he never took the next step, and it was refining and molding it even further to the next level. To the point, like, yes, Tracy McGrady took time off because of injuries, but I think if he put more work into his body, he had a stronger chance of actually mitigating some of the injuries he took. I think we're gonna give you, yep. All right. For longevity, no, but for the early 2000s, I think he could have won as many titles. Which, oh yeah. I think the tough part is like, because even Kobe had injuries during the titles with Shaq, where he turned his ankle but still played. So if Tracy McGrady went through similar situations, would he have been able to produce the way he have? Because those series were still pretty close. Hey Nizar, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. How's classes treating you, man? Hope you're doing well. Is it Annie? Yes, it is Annie. Alright, good. Really great to see you, Chief. I'm confused in my classes, so it's going okay. Oh, isn't that the best experience, though? Being confused in your classes? Like a dream come true, some would say. What classes are giving you the most trouble lately? Oh, I guess I should switch this, huh? Is that Annie, right? Annie Monster. Am I just not picking it up? Or am I in a different area? Should be here, no? Or is it because of this? No, there would be a message here. Oh, I guess I'll just go here then. Database class and Java. What have you learned so far, database class? Because it sounds like right off the bat, I know exactly what you're going through. Because I struggled a lot in database class. I think because I interacted with my professor as much as I did, she ended up like pity passing me. Relational schemas. Ah. Ah. Got taken out by Phoenix in the first round the following 2 years. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I know. Kobe, so Kobe during that time, I think he was going through a lot of things. He also had to handle the scrutiny from his scandal too. So it was also like balancing his life and his off the course stuff. So I think it was a combination of that and like not having Shaq with him too. But he started putting up video game numbers where the Kobe after Shaq started putting up numbers that were more crazy than Tracy McGrady before he came to Houston and won his 2 scoring titles. That's what I honestly think. Like they're comparable, but it's not like perfectly like, oh, if they swap places, it would be easy to tell. You can only rely on Smush Parker so much. Like you can still look at Tracy McGrady's teams and you're like, yeah, he didn't have Grant Hill, but he still had like a competent team. The Lakers, it looked like they were trying to run Kobe out of his team. That's the vibe it gave me, at least. Morass. Broken shafts. Which you can get. Thralled Warhammer. Oops. Well, that sucks. Only one I really put on T-Mac, though, is losing the 2-0 lead against Dallas. Which year was that? Was this 2006 Dallas, or they won the first 2 in Dallas and yet still lost? Yeah, that's weird. That's like almost like when I was watching the Bulls play against the Celtics when they had Dwayne Wade, Rondo, and Jimmy Butler, and they won 2-0 against the Celtics. But the moment that Rondo got injured, they lost the rest of their games, and that was enough to justify us blowing up the team. And that was so like, I'm kind of thankful they did that because Dwayne Wade ended up back at the Heat. I don't think he would have went back to the Heat the way he did to end his career. But hey, Coded On, how's it going, Chief? It's great to see you, man.